Alrighty, folks, welcome on back here this Monday afternoon, December 21st, shortly after 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Welcome on back here for our afternoon meeting. Let's get a quick sound check just to begin. Make sure everyone can hear me loud and clear. Great to see Skip, Mike, John, Don, Greg, Ron, Mark. I was going to ask, where are the ladies at here? We got Bonnie here inside the trading room. Great to see her. Leda, a pleasure as always. And then we have June, Scott, Tim right from above. Perfect. So welcome on back, folks. For all of us tuning in on social media, welcome on back as well. A really sharp recovery within the Dow today heading into this afternoon. I have to say personally, and it's not to say I called this out, in the trading room. I did not, but I thought going into today there was going to be a good chance we'd see a big squeeze up. The last time we ended up seeing the market make a really big gap down going into the pre-market, let alone the market open, I probably got to go back a few days. Nonetheless, the last time I ended up seeing that, I think it was at the end of October. I think it was this year. This big drop-off was the last time we ended up seeing, or maybe it was this one here. One of these, we ended up seeing a big squeeze back up, a full recovery. So I thought the same thing was possible. It took a little while to get that squeeze up. As you could see, the Dow, the S&P ETF, the SPY, just generally everything was kind of pulling back after the open, but right around that 10:15, 10:30, famous time that we talk about inside class in Cyber Trading University, that's reversal time. So thankfully today we've had a really strong reversal off that low. It's not always, the case where it ends up breaking higher at this pace going into the afternoon, but nonetheless, here we are. So what we'll do, folks, is go right from top to bottom. Not a whole lot that I had my eyes on heading into the afternoon, so I normally would start with the stock on the screen. Just wanted to start by going over the market, but heading into the afternoon, we do have class phase 2 continuing, phase 2 lesson 2 class later on today at 3 p.m. Eastern time. So we'll post the link for that shortly once we're done here. NES, just top percent gainer to begin, up 60+% still, just pump and dump. Needless to be said, but that's all I need to say. NK, this one's pushing up beautifully, or it did from earlier. It's still kind of holding strong. Still a little off from the highs, but ended up making a double bottom roughly around 1575-ish. Ended up squeezing back up for right now. So definitely more of a level 4 to 5 stock, but given the volatility and range, and still the stock's showing a lot of volume per minute, definitely going to put this on our watch list for right now. All right, WBA popped it right at the market open, kind of fizzled out pretty quick though. Oh, really quick for all of us inside the trading room, I say this to you folks specifically, although I know those of us on social media can hear me. IZEA, we're going to put on our list for right now, looking pretty good. I was going to say, though, that I ended up going through a lot of those journals already from the trading competition. I'll provide the full results tomorrow, but there's already a couple of names that look pretty good. So, I look forward to announcing that later tomorrow morning in Traders Talk. That'll be our Traders Talk workshop really quick. For all of us inside the trading room, I just turned over to the PowerPoint slide. You'll see that there. All right, so back to our regularly scheduled programming here. ATEX made a push earlier. It is shortable, so it crapped out the other way, as I famously say myself. But, big spread, very spaced out order book. Not really too keen on that for right now. It's AGIO, it's beginning to move up a little bit higher, ended up dumping off shortly after the market opened up, but kind of holding strong here, maybe teasing us for another push heading into the afternoon, but again, similar, big spread for right now. Square Foot, I like to nickname this SQFT, otherwise the full name Presidio Property Trust, ended up making a big pump and dump in pre-market Friday. So for what it's worth, ended up even opening up lower this morning, but ended up making a really nice run here. So given the afternoon move here, definitely going to put this back on our watch list. That's the SQFT trade. All right, keep it moving. KOPN, I was talking about this earlier. It was a nice tradable level 1 to 2 stock. Looks like it ended up breaking a high right around 2 p.m. Eastern, kind of holding off the high there, 253. So, you know what, for right now, it's hard for me to not put this on our list. If it's, a dud, it's just not going to move at all. I mean, it's a pretty slow mover. So we're hoping to see a big pop over 250, 253, a lot of volume coming in immediately from there, and hopefully more after. But that's the only way that thing is going to move. RPA buyout. Oh, yeah. Okay, so Jerry, I didn't know this. Quantum, they have warrants out there. So I guess I'll jump to QS in a moment. That's pretty expensive, but continuing to break all-time highs. PIC, another acquisition company, SPAQ, ended up making a nice pop at the market open, topped off right there at 1950. So for what it's worth, it's kind of perking back up to that level heading into this afternoon. So you know what? I'm going to give this a look. I'll be in class. I'm going to be in class with a lot of us here inside the trading room right now. But for those of you not, I know that Rich will be moderating. He'll be providing audio commentary, making some call outs. This PIC definitely for right now still holding strong. If it could break over 1950, that's what I would want. I'm going to jump around a bit here, folks. Gevo, Gevo, really tough stock to trade heading into the afternoon. You know, from the mid-morning, from the early afternoon, rather, here off this breakout, off 280, it was pretty easy. But when this was kind of teasing us off of 3, you would think that it would make a bigger pop on the second breakout or even the third. So I ended up taking 2 separate losses on this, 2 cents and then 1 cent. So, you know, for right now, I mean, I don't think that we can get the shares to short this. It is still kind of strong, but it's been teasing us off of 3. You know, a few different false breakouts where perhaps you would expect it the first time, not as much the second. So that I'm a little, you know, thrown off by. So this Gevo trade for right now, I feel like has kind of made its big move already, but maybe I'll come back to this at the end. All right, we'll jump to our blockchain, our Bitcoin stocks, as we like to say. Mara pushing up right now once again. Actually just broke over resistance off of 1110. There was a lot of volume off of 11, and you would assume for that to be the big level to watch, but 1110 is the bigger level to watch here. So for right now, I don't mind re-adding Mara and maybe Riot back to our lists. Yeah, Riot looking pretty interesting on the way up to, well, I guess the same whole number, 11. Pretty similar in price today. I guess Mara caught up quite a bit over the last week or two. Yeah, I mean, you know my stance on Bitcoin in the afternoon, folks. I don't need to say it anymore, but, you know, I'm hopeful that these will move into the afternoon. All right, what else we got here on the gainer side? I got really nothing here. Maybe PACB. Nah, doesn't look like it. All right, no problem, folks. We'll hop over to losers list, see if there's anything just as good, if not better, and then we'll take a quick look at the chat board, some recommendations from you folks. A bunch of stuff hard to borrow across the losers list to begin. SESN is not dropped off. This could have been a great short. At this point, I feel like I'm going to pass. I'll jump back to QS as I reminded myself just now, but we'll keep it moving. Imgn, wow, we saw this make a really nice pop and run back a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago at this time, but ended up dropping off here today and still kind of near the lows right now. So I don't know what the news is on this. I'm going to be ignorant right now and just not look. That's just because we have class coming up. So at least for right now, I'm not going to really be too interested in the news, seeing this just holding off 660. If it could re-break below 660 with a lot of selling coming in at and under that price, then I think that we'll get a really nice short opportunity. This could be one for us to watch in class even perhaps later on this afternoon. All right, we keep it pushing with the market up as much as it is. As I like to say, I normally wouldn't expect for there to be as much on the losers list. Bunch of symbols, easy to borrow here, but not always good. QTT, yeah, flat. All right, we'll take a look at the cyber group room first, then from there, social media. See a few of us typing on YouTube right now. FUBO is fabulous today. Yeah, it is. Yeah, really nice. I probably just skipped over this because of the price, Michael, but yeah, beautiful run up. Just be careful of the spread. You know, I would say that. Is it breaking all-time highs? I would assume so. No, I assume wrong. See, you look like an ass when you assume. I guess this ended up making some crazy run up to 120 bucks. I don't know if that's the real price or not. Maybe given a reverse splits, I don't know. But at least multi or 52-week highs. And for right now, it looks like there's not much resistance ahead. All right, then from Leda here, BFT. This is another acquisition company, I believe. Another SPAC. Ended up pushing up once again today, trying to break the all-time high right now heading into the afternoon. So, yeah, definitely. Great call. I like this one. Tighter spreads on this, more volume on the book to work off of. Cheaper, too. Mavis, MVIS, not really Mavis, Microvision Inc., but we like to nickname it Mavis. Yeah, I mean, really good call, too. I don't know if this was just not up enough for me to just skim through, because I would have looked at it if I found it. Yep. This one wasn't up enough. So really good call from Scott on this one. I like this. MVIS. Got a bunch of cheapies here, folks, heading into the afternoon. even if it's like $5 or $8, I found that to be like pretty cheap. You could do, double position on a trade like that compared to something like the Fubo trade. For right now, Fcel, I got this from YouTube from RJF. It's you know my stance on Fcel every day. It's always a tradable stock. If the market makes a nice push, perhaps this can go with it. It did not today. It has in the past, but for right now, it's kind of moving off of 910. So nice trend there, RJF. If you're in it from earlier, I hope you're doing well. I would assume so, but yeah, for right now, I mean, it's just going to be on our kind of side list for the meantime. If we have nothing to trade in the next 10-15 minutes, I'll probably jump to that, just to see what it's doing. Yeah, QS pretty expensive, but getting close to all-time highs. Pretty similar, I guess, in that regard to Fubo, right? And NDM, that's right. So I guess this wasn't up enough as well for me to find this. I should have remembered it though. NDM we ended up trading today. Ended up breaking out shortly after the market opened off of 7. Really, it was off of like 720 resistance. That's where you can see the big volume spike aligning with. But nonetheless, ended up making a big move up. 840 the high of the day, 839. Yeah, still kind of holding strong. I will say the volume died off quite a bit there, Scott. Good call once more. I'll put this on our list for the meantime. Now, at this stage, though, folks, we have a pretty big list for a Monday, for a holiday Monday. We have quite a lot. So, you don't want to force anything on this watch list. They all look good based on their trend, the volume that they're trading. And if they are shortable, then perhaps if they end up going the complete other way, you could try and bank on that going short. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. I would normally say room for one more, and I don't think there is a need for one more even here at this point. So, you know what, folks? I think we're going to call it. We have a pretty good list, a pretty big list. Not just stocks that are like, we have some pretty good ones. IZEA still looking good. The square foot trade, SQFT, as I like to nickname that at least. And perhaps I'm hopeful, if Bitcoin begins to move up more, perhaps Riot and Mara will finally make that big pop and, glorious run into the afternoon that we hope to see. All right, folks, for all of us on social media, that being Facebook Live and YouTube, first and foremost, make sure that you always look to like, subscribe, notify right on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/cybertradingu, but feel more than free to join us Monday to Friday. I would say Monday to Friday this week, but we are off on a half day, Thursday, Christmas Eve, then obviously Christmas on Friday. So we're actually off just a couple days this week, but normally join us Monday to Friday right here in the Cyber Trading Room, and just take a look at the link below to sign up. All right, for all of us inside the trading room, give me a quick moment. I will jump back on the mic before we begin class. There's still a little bit of time left, so I'll copy and paste the picks. I'll give you my final thoughts of the afternoon before I jump into the classroom and get ready for class. All right, folks, I'll talk to you all then. Take care.